God is full bar. No reason for you to go.
Here we are. Jeez. This is what happens when you don't have a producer. You got to do it all yourself. And Restream was not wanting to cooperate as I was trying to connect. Hello, everyone. Coming out here, doing another round of shots on the Sunday night, October 19th, 2025. Hope everyone is doing well. All that good stuff. Where's Davo? We got 6 so far. 2/3 of the Brady bunch, which means Trevard is Alice tonight. We got some new people. We got some young ones who are veterans already gained seniority. But Dave, I'll start with you. You were DJing. Can you hear me, sir? You can? All right. So you can't talk and drive. All right.
I got you. Yeah.
All right. I'll just ask you yes or no questions. Just give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. All right, so we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and X. People chatting, watching, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging. We will talk. We'll recap the Kentucky-Texas game and get BBN's state of mind after the game. What a disappointing game. Very disappointing. Preview Tennessee. We'll talk some Kentucky hoops and whatever else we want to talk about before we end the show. Start with Lif. You're back home. I mean, you're home. You had family in town because of Texas, right?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
And got mommy and daddy to the airport and all that good stuff, right?
Yes, I just drove them to the airport.
Okay. Well, you're here. Good to see you, Trevard. One of my favorite former players who I'm still petitioning to get into the Kentucky Athletics Hall of Fame. Trevard, how are you?
Doing good. Yourself?
I'm good. It's a crime that you're not there. Just saying.
Maybe
Davo is in the house too. He was DJing tonight, and he can share his DJ experience. And then we got the newbies tonight, Wyatt and Nolan. They come as a package deal. They do their own thing. And everyone in the chat, I need your help. We're going to give Wyatt's stash an official name by the end of the show. Wyatt, I'll start with you. What's you're welcome. Thanks for doing this. And what's the story with you? What's going on with you?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on. The blue-white game was fun. You're coming off a week of a lot of basketball, and then the football hits you right in the face. So that's kind of how I'm feeling today. A little bit tired.
All right. Nolan, good to see you. Welcome. Your story real quick. You and talk about your all's podcast as well.
Oh, yeah. So first, thanks for having me on. Cool podcast with Trevard and Lindley. Thank that. And also, Breaking Blue podcast, me and Wyatt every Monday, 8 o'clock. We go live on Twitter or Facebook now. And we do the Breaking Blue podcast. We just talk about everything Kentucky sports going on. You can follow it on Twitter, X. That's a change for me still. And it's been like 2 years on X at Breaking Blue Pod.
I call it Twitter.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
Because you still tweet.
Yeah, I still tweet. I don't X. I don't. Who's ever put out an X, right? Like,
I've wanting to put an X out of. No, I don't want to say it.
No, go ahead.
You mentioned real quick. Just I got to kind of call you out real quick, Nolan. You mentioned it was cool to be on a podcast with Trevard.
Mm-hmm.
Not so cool to be on with like Davo, myself, or.
Oh no! That's cool too. That's cool too. You don't get a lot of chances to be on with former players. It's cool.
Yeah, that is actually a cool thing. Like, it's cool.
Glad to be on here with you too, Jen. So thanks everyone for that. So
it's a very laid back show. Let's have some fun. Let's start with the The Texas game. Jenna, one of the most frustrating games as a Kentucky fan where if you here's what I did. I took the stat line, all the stats from last night's game, and fed it into ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT to give me the score of the game based on the stats. What was the score? It gave me everything from 10-7 to 24-7. But the stats that were our stats had us all winning. WTF? What happened last night?
What happened? So much, but so much not happened last night.
Well, before you answer, share with the new guys too. What's your ties with Texas?
So I grew up in Austin. My whole family went to Texas. I'm a huge Longhorns fan. So last night was actually my living hell.
Yikes.
I saw Texas play the worst game of football I've seen them play in possibly like since Sark's first year. And then I also saw Kentucky just absolutely lose because their coaching is so bad. I think that is the first game I've seen Kentucky play 4 quarters plus more. Every single player left everything out on that field. Obviously, special teams, that was a big struggle. But aside from that, the offense was finally finding response to when the defense would show up. And they deserved to win that game. And they lost that game because of play calling. I don't care if it was Bush Hamden. I don't care if it was Mark Stoops. They both failed every single one of their players.
Play calling failed us. Trevard, I turn to you. As a player, you're watching all this unfold. You know, I'm the what was it, the first quarter when we were at what was it in the fourth, or was it fourth and go, and we ran. I don't know. This is again the whole play calling thing. It drove me nuts from the first quarter to the end of the game. Trevard, what was your take overall?
I mean, you look at the stats. We did everything to win the game because I think they only had like 7 first downs. We had 22 or something crazy like that. Mm-hmm. So you look at the stats, we should have won the game, but somehow we find a way to lose again. So
we somehow it's we if there's a somehow our staff will find a way. And Jen, you alluded to it. This was not on the players.
No.
Not on the players at all. No. Davo, can you hear me? All right. Give me your high-level summary from last night.
Well, they say that numbers don't lie, right? But unfortunately, this time around, the number did lie to us, right? But the most important number was, the one interception, that Cutter that he thrown, and that was probably his worst play of the entire game. And then the special teams, that killed us. From the big kick return to the two punt return, set them up for the scores that they did have. That killed us. And as you said, if there's any way Kentucky will lose a football game, if we're going to lose it somehow. And this time it just had to be special teams. So there's really a whole lot more you can say about it, So yeah, that's.
Well, trust me, I'll find a way to get you to keep talking. Wyatt, your high level take from last night.
First of all, the biggest stat I take away from it is time of possession, and not too many people are talking about that stat, but it's 39 minutes. Kentucky had the football, the Texas 20, and you come away with barely anything. I think that's my biggest takeaway, and a lot of it's just the same old stuff. It annoys me every week, and it always comes down to the play calling, and it's just annoying because this has been going on for 3 years now.
Yeah,
and we all know the writing's on the wall, but last night just was the perfect example of it.
Well, I agree. The writing is on the wall. The problem is that there's just certain people that are not reading that writing on the wall, namely the people who need to make the decision. Nolan, you're high level.
Oh, really high level. So I'm going to kind of give like a two-part sort of thing. First of all, Jenna, Texas fan, Arch Manning is terrible. Y'all got to get a new quarterback.
Overrated.
Yeah. By the way, student, I'm in the
The
student
worst
section last
worst
night.
of the Mannings, for the
Yeah,
record.
probably. I was in the student section last night, and actually, like probably on the last drive when Kentucky was about to tie it, they started the chance of overrated. I literally stood up and just started waving my hands like Cal did against Miami.
you
If he was
don't
going,
say
no,
that. Yeah.
stop.
Yes.
We say it here, but don't do it there.
Well, that's how I felt when
Yeah.
they just sent out their security for like rushing the field. I'm like,
Exactly.
y'all jinx it every time. You did it against Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Exactly.
single time.
I'm glad you brought
Yep.
that
So-
up. But yeah,
so-
Well, I
I-
posted it on Twitter, and my whole entire comment section is full of fans.
Yeah, it's the same. It was like the same frat guys too. I'm like, stop. I've watched this too many times, right? I don't know what my camera just went out for. Hang on. I'll get it back in a second. But anyway, so Arch Manning was overrated. But overall, I thought Kentucky's defense was really good as well. Second half, they only had 2 first downs in the whole second half. And so really it was just kind of domination on the line of scrimmage most of the game from Kentucky. The fact that they couldn't win is another Mark Stoops moment, right? It's another indictment on the coaching staff. Other than Brad White, I think he coached a really good game. I think the game plan was nice. And, again, just questionable decision-making in overtime. I don't know why they ran it up the middle 3 times in a row. I don't know why they ran up the middle on 3rd and 6 and didn't go for it on 4th. It was just stuff like that, and it's been the same thing, like Wyatt said, for the last 3 years.
They
Like,
ran the
ever since I've been
same
doing
effing play in OT.
Oh, and I do have a question for, I guess at least Trevard. Why would you run it up? Why would you run it up the middle on 1st and 15?
1st and 15.
Like what? Is that a good decision? Because to me, it wasn't.
I mean, I wouldn't run it up the middle unless it's the best run up the middle play you have. But other than that,
Because I just
Not
feel,
against
I just feel
Texas,
like
though.
yeah.
And
I just feel
I
like
was going
you're
to say,
already
Not against.
behind the sticks. You're already behind the sticks. I just
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
At least
I'm
do like
gonna
a
add in
short or
context
intermediate pass.
that
What-
Texas has the best rush defense in the
Their
country.
their defensive line
They're-
top 5, right?
Top 3 in every, like all rushing. Don't know why anyone thought that was going to work the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th,
Yeah.
6th time.
But Kevin, not only that, why would you not use your best running back whenever you only need 2.5 yards and you get 4 chances at it?
Was he?
I think that's the biggest question.
was
Seth
he
got
hurt?
Yeah, but he
had to
came
go
back, didn't he?
He was getting a CT scan
Yeah, he
on
came
his shoulder, but then he came back.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he
Yeah.
wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care if he was 80. He had the best opportunity, if you ask me.
I agree.
Yes. One of the most frustrating games where you just felt like, what else could we have done last night except have more points than them, which is what matters at the end of the game. Yeah, this is when if Stoops, the OC need a nail. If they were Dracula, they had the stake in their hearts after the game. Didn't Stoops, his post game presser, was
They
saying something like
defended. They all defended the calls. Him and Busham both did.
Yeah, Stoops said, Stoops, it was crazy. Stoops was like, I second guessed myself a lot. And I almost put my palm on my head. Like, come on, don't.
Yeah. I literally did do that. I literally just literally slapped myself in the face pretty much. Like it's the same answers with him and Hamden every time. Hamden and him both always say that they're going to get back to work, or the play call. It's like the Shannon Dawson thing, right? Well, if it worked, you would have loved it, or something like that. They do it so much, and it's frustrating.
Well, you know why you media people throwing those softball questions at the coaches.
Yeah, Wyatt.
I'll tell you.
Wow.
I was in the Texas press conference, and when Arch Manning sat down the first, I don't know who he worked for, but he was with he obviously was with Texas media somewhere in there, and Arch sits down and he goes, "Arch, what is wrong with you? What is not working where you can't do anything?" And I was like,
Wow.
This is a lot different than what they'd be saying in the Kentucky press conferences. But
Yeah, I'm not in media. I'm not a writer. I don't get in the press conferences, stuff like that, obviously. But like,
Well,
I do agree.
Jenna.
No, I know what you mean, but I am saying, I just wanted to say they'll do throw like cotton balls at them when Texas people and people like that from Alabama are just throwing rocks, right?
Mhm.
With these questions. Like, it is time for some hard-hitting questions.
I will give
it's time for
credit.
something like that. Not like don't go straight up to him and like, oh, it's time for you to be fired.
Nah,
like
like,
that,
I think
obviously.
the problem is Stoops has always just gone around the question and just brings up. He just makes a point that's so irrelevant, but like he just dumps questions that it's like, what's the point of asking him? Because he's just gonna find a way to just not answer it whatsoever.
Yeah, and I'll give credit where credit's due. John Hale and John Huang at times are great at asking the tough questions, and that's exactly like John Hale is the new Jerry Tipton. Like he's got it down, and he does a great job, and he throws them right at Stoops. Like when they first start.
Kevin, I'm gonna leave real quick and try to come back and get this camera thing figured out real quick.
Wyatt, it's a Hale thing. That's why.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'm looking at these stat lines, and I'm still just losing my damn mind.
What's funny?
I remember in this. I want to say I can't remember what part of the game. There was one possession where it was 2nd and 1, and the play call was a pass downfield, incomplete. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, no. I remember
fucking pass down, another pass downfield, incomplete.
And it was a deep ball.
Yes. Freaking, I'm like, I'm losing my mind. I'm a fucking grown man. Sorry. I'm a grown man who talks to the TV way too much. One day I'll lose my mind when the TV responds back. And I'm, but anyway. Look at Jay Hayes. What Jay said, I couldn't be on Stoops' ass too hard after seeing Kentucky play 4 quarters. They did play. No, Jay, I'll challenge you. We're not calling out the players. The players played their ass off. They did. Again, it's the play calling that just. Oh my God.
I'll also say that when I was talking to the Texas defense, because obviously they asked about the goal line stop right at the end, and the Michael Taffy basically goes, "We knew exactly what they were going to run. He does it every single time. They're either doing a QB sneak or they're going to send a running back over and try to get it over the goal line. We knew exactly what they're calling. They call it every time he plays favorites. It wasn't that hard to read." You're like, well, it's not predictable. Like, well, I don't know what they think's going to happen, especially when it doesn't work the first 4 times.
Trevard, when you see some of these play calls, and I know maybe etiquette for a former player not to shit on the coaching staff, but please shit on the coaching staff.
I think calling the same play over and over again is, unless it's working, then.
Well, yes, if it's working.
If it's not working, then.
Okay, you got me there.
You should run it 2 times in a row, unless you've seen something up. Unless one of the coaches seen something like, this person messed up or whatnot, so just try it again, see if they mess up again. But if they don't mess up and you're not getting any yards, then stop running it, in my opinion.
So we have to shit on the coaching staff, right? Honestly, we have to, because the players, not by the record, it's hard to believe it to the outside community, outside of the BBN, but the players have really played really well for the most part the entire season. They have never really given up, and they showed it in the Texas game. The defense was fantastic, right? The special team wet the bed a few times, but Cutter looked awesome. Nobody has really given up. And so this is all on the coaching staff, from the game plan, how to score whenever you're so close to the end zone to score, to not calling an audible and maybe running on the outside on that 4th down, right? Instead of going into a bunch of defensive tackles and defensive ends that weigh 400 pounds on the Texas defensive line. So, yeah, we have to blame all this on the coaching staff. They have failed these kids who have tried really hard all season.
And the
Go ahead.
offense gained 400 yards total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think when
Yeah.
you get 400 yards, you
And that's been our
have
gripe.
more than
All-
30 points.
on a good defense too.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I mean, the passing game was by far our best offense, and for some reason we went away from it way too often, I thought.
Yeah.
Cutter, but that was my main takeaway. I mean, if we have a new coach next year, which I'm going to kind of assume we're probably going to have a new coach next year. There's a good chance of it. Read what Justin Rowland said. That's all I got to say. I think Cutter would be important to get back regardless of what happens. So, and now don't do the thing like people are like, let Cutter have a choice, whatever. No, don't let him have a choice who the coach is. But that's just
he's a state kid. I think he's in it to win it. He's here for the long haul, and he keeps growing.
Yeah.
He's our guy, and I'm totally good. I thought he had a great game last night.
Is he, Kevin? Is he going to be here?
Well, I mean, I think every player, it's fair to say that they've signed on for a year. So at the end of the season, if another school out there is interested in him and puts out the money, money potentially talks, but he is a state kid. I mean, this is where I would think that plays a part. He would probably give us the state discount.
But I mean, Travis Perry was a Kentucky boy.
I was
but Travis Perry was not. You look at that. We'll talk basketball.
It wasn't really,
you think Travis Perry was player 13 on this team? He wasn't sniffing the court.
I still think. Look, and I don't know Cutter Bully. Cutter Bully, I think would stay here probably, and I hope he does. But NIL has changed the homegrown thing now. I mean, we've seen it everywhere. He can go if he wants to. That's up to him. But, I mean, and I hope he doesn't. He's got a good future. He's got guts, by the way. Those runs that he made in that game, absolute guts on him. Like Will Levis-esque. Mm-hmm. I mean, so that was impressive.
There were some runs. He escaped out of the pocket. I'm like, oh man, he got sacked.
It was that one play.
He just comes out of like, wow.
I know what. Go ahead.
It was that one play where they're literally all in a dog pile, and every single person's looking, typing on their computer, and you could just hear all the cheers. And everyone looks up, and he's like, "Where did he come from?" Like he just appeared out of and just started running. You're like,
yeah,
where did he come from?
Stoops isn't leaving without money, but we probably will pay him the money. So,
It's I mean, when it comes to Stoops, well, let's switch gears. I'm trying to pace this to keep us as close to an hour as possible. I think ad nauseum we can say that with the Texas game, the kids, the players played their asses off. Texas, for what I mean, yes, preseason number one, they're still a legit good, really good team. Their defense is top 5, 10, whatever. Kentucky played very well against that team, and it was at the end of the day, or last night yes, I was having my own pity party, but at the same time too, it was like, man, I feel bad for the players because it's like Trevard, a little disheartening maybe when you as a player, your teammates come in and play the game that they played against Texas and fall short. And as players, you hear the chatter, especially on social media, you hear the chatter. BBN is going, the play calling, all this stuff. And even as a player, you probably sit back and scratch your head like, why did we run the same well, you just said it. Help me out here.
So one of my years we played Tennessee in I think it was 07. We was down, I think, on the 3-yard line. And we just kept running the ball. It was on silent, like we do a play action, just switch it up to do something. Just don't do the same play over and over. But I guess when you're in the coaching seat, it's a little, I guess in your head you think the play's gonna work. And as a player, you believe the play's gonna work that the coaches sometimes call. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But when it do work, everybody think, oh, well, that was a good play. But when it don't work, like, why you run that play? That was a dumb play. So I can see both sides of it.
I'm looking at the online chatter. Maria says Stoops isn't going anywhere because no one wants him.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there some chatter for I don't know. I for the record, I don't live on social media, but I'll tune in to see. I'll get on X to see to see comments. But what was the noise about Virginia Tech? Is that legit, or did I? Am I
that
just
was all
falling?
before. That was all before James Franklin.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to talk James
So
Franklin
I
too.
would take
I'm
that
glad.
with a grain of salt,
Thank you for bringing him up. But
I'm not trying to jump the gun. I'm just saying it was before that happened.
I know. So Nolan and Wyatt, remember, this is my podcast.
Yeah.
So stay in your lane.
My bad. It's a takeover. It's a coup.
And respect Jenna. Jenna's the senior here.
Yeah, apparently.
But you don't want you're not glad that you're on with her. You're glad you're on with Trevard. Davo, are you home, Davo? Where are you at now?
I'm home.
Okay. All right. Trevard's defense was so good. Could Coach gamble on it? What, Trevard? You are the. I mean, defensively, what would you right now? What are we halfway through the season? 6 games? What are we? 2-4, 3? What is that?
2-4.
2-4.
Yeah, halfway.
Grade the defense, Mr. Defensive guy.
I give him a B.
I always feel like Trevard just doesn't want to shit on as a player. You won't do it, will you?
Nah.
You won't. All right. But you give him a B. Well, all right. Why are you giving him a B?
Like far as the Texas game, they showed that they can actually play defense, and
Yeah, they do.
I guess when the coach called the right plays, or I guess scout the team pretty good for far as a week and go out there and play, they like the coach say bend but don't break defense. So they really had broke, but some games they bent but not broke all the way. So I said they continue to get better and better. You just got to put the whole offense, defense, and special teams together for a whole complete game.
If you your accolades speak for themselves. Everything about you, and this is straight shooting here. Everything that you accomplished with the football program speaks for itself. Is it safe to say on defense you were probably a leader, you were probably someone the rest of the team, offensively, coaching staff would say, if Trevard thinks this or says this, he probably knows he's probably right. I mean, what would you say to the offense or the coaching staff from a defensive player who is a badass? What would you say to that side of the ball?
Talking about now or back
now?
then?
Now.
Well, they might know a little more about offense than I do as far as the offensive coaches.
All right, pretend you know.
Okay, pretend. I said don't run the same play over and over again if it's obviously not working. And since Trevor can run, give him some play action with some boots or whatnot. Get him outside the pocket. Give him the run pass option.
Do you know if they ran it, if they pretended to run it the second time, he could have faked it and just all 11 men were right in the box.
Yeah.
On my life resume is nothing that says anything about being a coach. But I think I could have pulled it off last night. Just play calling that makes sense. Now, granted, armchair quarterback, we get it. But come on. Seriously. I mean, these dudes make $1 million coaching. And all I can do is, yeah. I still want to know what your price tag would be on the NIL.
Who am I?
Yours.
Just
on.
depends on what the.
Oh, come on. Don't depend nothing. What is your value right now? Right now, based on your heyday.
I have no idea what the highest the highest cornerback's getting paid.
All right, someone help me out. What's the going rate for a all-American defensive secondary guy?
Like,
I don't know. What? Help me out.
At the least 500.
I was gonna
At
say
least.
probably like half a mil.
I was
At
gonna
the
say
least.
clearly
more than that.
he said more than
I said at the least,
Wow.
P, at the least.
you know what Trevard just said? He doesn't want to settle for the medium-sized jacuzzi. He wants the big he wants 7 figures. And you know what? And we're gonna talk someone AW, what is this? 800,000? Okay, maybe is that what he's saying? All right.
Oh yeah, I'll
50
take that.
mil. Ooh.
$50 million for the buyout.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's the
like,
whoa. No, his buyout, Franklin was all right. Okay, let's
Yeah.
start shifting gears. All right. I think we all concluded our guys played their asses off against Texas. Jenna's family was in town. She got him back to the airport. That's a good thing. Yeah, very disappointing. We got Tennessee coming up, but look real quick. Let's talk Tennessee. Preview the Tennessee game. Dave, he's shaking his head now. Speak louder, Dave. I can't hear.
Yeah.
Nothing's rattling when you're doing this, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's no secret. I mean, you know how I feel about them. And it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn me up because I know what's gonna happen, right? You know.
But it's a winnable game, right?
Yeah, well, so was Texas, but Texas.
No. Well, hold on. Before the game, I don't think anybody thought Kentucky was going to beat Texas.
Well, okay, so let's be fair. There really is no quote unquote winnable games on the schedule. Even Tennessee Tech put 71 points up on a team this year.
All right, but our defense can shut them down. But let's say with Tennessee, after what we've seen so far with Tennessee, don't you think before this game happens that this is a winnable game?
So you know me.
I do.
Look, I don't want nothing more in this world but to beat them 90-0 in every sport possible, right? Let's just be honest. But whenever it comes to them and that gimmicky offense, it's hard to stop, right? And I don't think our defense can play any better. And I'm not saying that our defense won't hold them to 20 or less, right? I mean, Ole Miss is super explosive, and look what we did to their offense, right? Our problem is going to be how much can we score on them, and I don't think we can do it. I don't. It pains me to say that.
It does too. I mean, I know where how you feel about Tennessee or the color orange or even an orange. When you go to the Kroger, do you like grab an orange off the produce and kick it to the next aisle to the meat section?
My grudge against Tennessee is so bad. When we go to the pumpkin patch, I go right for the white pumpkins. I won't even pick an orange pumpkin.
Wow.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
All right.
Sorry.
Tennessee. What are you feeling, thinking?
well, it's Kentucky, so
Party
More-
pooper.
more specifically, it's Kentucky at home. I will also say it's fall break, so the student section is probably going to be lacking a lot.
Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah.
Unless the whole coaching staff gets fired, I don't think anything's going to change. I just don't think if Mark Stoops or
Nobody's
Bush
getting fired during the season.
Well,
I think
I
that's the same
know
thing.
that,
Yeah.
but if Mark Stoops and Bush Hamden can't admit post game that they made a mistake, they're not going to learn from it. And I just think they're they care too much about their egos or whatever that they can't admit maybe this call wasn't the right play, and they sat there and they still defended it. So I just don't think they're going to change the way they're playing. I don't think they're going to look at the Texas game and make any changes.
I'll give Stoops credit. Last night he He defended it the best he could.
But what was his
but
defense?
Hamden-
No, hold on.
Hamden-
Help me out. What was his defense? Because I knew he. Go ahead.
He said he second guessed himself a lot and was actually kind of went into each call he made because he was asked about each one. And
How do you second guess like one play 6 different times? That's where I'm lost because I'm like, if he did it once, and this isn't calling you out more.
Oh no, it's still.
You can't say you're second guessing yourself. You're like
Mm.
doing it 5 times. If you're second guessing yourself, maybe the second time do it with the other way. Like
yeah. No, I get where you're coming from.
Hey,
No,
Davo, real quick, Davo, what do you think of Wyatt's hoodie? The color of his hoodie.
Wyatt, it's.
No, I don't need the verbiage. I just need the color. What's that color?
Okay, so listen, just real quick. So I have a thing, right? Whenever it comes any kind of like rivalry colors, right? So the color red, obviously, don't rock with it, right? So if you wear maroon, to me that's red, right? So if you have if you have anything close to the color orange, it's not for me.
Red. Maroon
it's
is
not
red.
maroon.
My high school colors are maroon.
White.
Maroon and gold.
My high school colors at Atherton was maroon and gold. My high school colors were maroon and gold. I would only wear the gold part. Okay, that's just how this thing goes. Maroon is just a baby brother of red. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's all good. White. We're good. We're
My
cool.
high school colors were straight up red and black and white.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Well,
I like that combo of colors. I do.
I don't.
I like it for Davis County High School. I don't like it for and the Atlanta Falcons. So not Louisville, not anything outside of that. So
all right, we're having a good time. All right, so who anybody else not talked about the Tennessee preview?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I guess my main take on it. I don't think it's going to be all that close, really.
Really? Okay.
I have a pretty bad feeling about it this year for some reason. I think we're not as good and stuff like that. But also, historically, when we've played them since Heupel's been there, it's like our defense gets really worn down because of the way how fast they are getting up to the ball. They run that hurry up and the quick offense and stuff. Like last year specifically, like our defense was gassed and we were in the game for the most part. But I just don't think it's going to be all that close. The offense isn't great, so. And that's a good point too about fall break. I mean, I'm worried about the crowd now that I've taken that into consideration because it's going to be mostly orange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rando,
I've
it's nice.
Well,
hold on. I'm sorry, Rando. It's nice that you freaking finally join us at 8:42 Eastern time. Now, I know you work. I get it. You're on the left coast and.
Yes.
Throw the whole California. I'm living in the California. What's that California song? California. All right.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Well, thanks for hanging. Real quick, get you caught up. We agree that the group here agrees that our players played their asses off last night.
100%.
Coaching staff let us down with play calling. We need to give Wyatt's stash a name by the end of the show. And Jenna got her parents to the airport because Jenna's family, she's got ties to Texas. She's still geeking. You still have faith in Arch Manning, which is laughable, Jenna. But anyway,
You never asked me if I did. You're making assumptions.
How did you feel about that? You were obviously conflicted, Jenna. Like, one of the Cats pulled off, but didn't want the Texas to have their season completely tanked. And I truly believe if Sark leaves Lexington last night with the loss, he might be in Billy Napier type conversations.
Whoa,
that would have been tough.
Yeah,
Really?
Would he really? Jenna, do you think he would have been?
Is
because Texas football doesn't play.
that.
Losing to Kentucky would have been us.
Sark keeps falling like a little too short every single year. Where it's like they get this. Yeah, if he would have taken them out of playoff, SEC championship, everything contention, he would be in the hot seat 100%.
I like Sark, so I'm gonna the way Texas was before he got there, I mean, he's brought y'all back.
He did. He did. But if you can't keep them where people expect Texas football to be, especially with the NIL era and how much money Texas can pay players, if you're getting the best players in the country and you can't get them to win a natty, what are you doing?
It's been 20 years anyway, but yeah, I see what you mean.
I mean, you know what I mean, though?
I get you.
Yeah, I'm messaging our round table privately, and I'm asking, can we go a little over 60 minutes? Now that Rando's here, it's officially a party, so we
Here we go.
We accommodate the left coast time.
I got most of my feelings out last night. I don't know if people have seen the rant, but I was.
Well, you know what? I saw the rant, and I want you to share it. But real quick, Rando, I just want to share. Lift, she's our girl. When it comes to the female sports personality, the media, Jenna, I'm just saying, I'm glad you're with us on Sunday nights. So,
me too.
And she, you're still not, for the record, you're not. Or what are you drinking over there?
Taco Bell.
No, drinking. You're not eating. Oh, drinking.
Well, I'm eating ice. There's no drink in this.
Okay. And you haven't made yourself the Two-Fisted Willie's in Lexington yet, right?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Who goes to Two-Fisted Willie?
Well, somebody brought that. Bud brought that.
It was Bud.
Because she can't get in.
It was Bud.
Technically, you can't get in, Lift.
I don't go to bars because that would be illegal, and I don't participate in that activity.
Because you don't break the law, right?
Smart.
You don't want to disappoint your Texas family
Why are you
parents.
What does this mean?
I don't know what it means. It's quotes. It's who's it? Dr. Evil? All right.
As a lawman, I will say it's only breaking the law if you get caught. Technically, I think so.
That's a good point. Rando, give us your rant last night.
So I think we all knew. I wasn't the only one who I think believed what was coming last night was coming, right? So I had Georgia vibes in Lexington last year, right? I felt like this team was going to play them strong. Texas coming off a big win from Oklahoma, just like Georgia was last year. Coming to Lexington, even there hasn't been a game we have played where even your broadcasters or SEC now was talking about Kentucky being a get-right game, right? So the players are thinking that too. Our players are pissed off about it, and they want to protect the home field. So I believed it was going to be a close game. But I also said on our show Thursday that I felt like it was going to be a close game. We'll have chances to win, and we will unfortunately find a way to lose, just because what has changed, right? And I'm not in the locker room, so maybe some things have changed, and we're doing things differently, and we were trying to be more efficient in the red zone, and the offense actually seemed to click. There were some freshman type mistakes from Cutter. There were some terrible play call and clock management. And on that first drive and at the end of the half. So I knew it was coming, but I was still just as frustrated knowing that we're 6 inches away from a touchdown and we're running a similar play three times on that drive.
Not as similar, the exact fucking same play.
I think one time Dowdell lined up in like a fullback dive, and the next time he was just straight behind.
You got me there.
But which Bush Hamden for being the offensive mind is supposed to be going 1970s fullback dive football. That's a decision, especially against the Texans D line. But even if you're going to do that, even if you're dead set on running this thing 3 times, how is your best offensive weapon not in the game, right? How is Seth McGowan not touching the field?
Well, we addressed this earlier. Wasn't he hurt? Or
he was hurt?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't hear that.
Well, what was it? Jen, you said it.
I want to say it was his shoulder, but he left to go get CT scans during the game. That's what I was.
That was on that final drive or before overtime.
No, it was way before that.
It was way before. That's what they told
Yeah.
us in the press box, is that he went into the locker
But he
room.
got us down the field on that final drive. So like, where's the disconnect here? Because he was
No,
good
he
at coming.
came back in.
But no, he like sprinted out of the locker room back. I don't really. But he did
Yeah, he
at
came
some
back.
point. He did go out with an injury at some point, so there's a good chance, you know, they could have been picking.
Yeah, it was along the biggest part of the rant was just like we knew it was happening. I think we all could have bet some money that this is how we were going to be feeling that night and the next day, but it was just right there. And I think everybody in, just like the Georgia game, everybody in the stadium, everybody watching the game, all the BBN truthers out there were like, hey, this one might be different. Stoops was 6-64, I think, going into the fourth quarter with a losing record, right, or going behind, right. But this was going to be 7-64, like we truly believed it, and then we just watched it not happen. It's just, you know, I don't know that it takes a lot of coaching experience on that final play, fourth and gotta have it. You throw your offense out there in the play that you think you want to run. You see what the defense is doing. You use that timeout that they give you in overtime, and then maybe I just think there was all in all some ways that could have been handled instead of just, hey, Dowdell, you're big back. Let's hope you can jump over the line of scrimmage and into the end zone.
That's the rant. That rant echoes, I think, a majority of BBN. You know, again, so close, yet the season we're so far away. There's clearly a disconnect with of what the coaching staff is doing, and you know, it ultimately, obviously, it falls on Stoops. Let's shift gears, because you know, one of the talking points, I think we've already talked. Anybody else not talk Tennessee? Rando, what's your take on Tennessee? What are you feeling, thinking Tennessee?
I will say, I think if we would have beat Texas, you would have seen me flip completely. I would have gone back to like I was beginning of the season, but like, hey, Tennessee, we're about to whoop that tail, man. We're coming for you. Now I'm back to how I felt, where Tennessee we could get truly embarrassed. I believe that winning at Texas maybe gets the fan base there. I mean, we've seen, if you're looking on X, there's a lot of people out there like, hey, I got tickets for sale if you wanted to, you know, advertising them. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be a lot of orange. And the way Tennessee lost to Bama coming to Lexington, I think that could be a pissed off football team, and it could get real ugly. Now, I will say they haven't been playing as fast as they have been, so maybe our defense, can stay in the game and not be just absolutely smoked. Because if you remember last year, that was actually a closer game than it should have been into the fourth quarter, and then they really blew us out in that fourth quarter with a tired defense and offense that really couldn't do anything in response. But yeah, Tennessee could be an embarrassing outing, just because I don't know if we can keep up with their offense, and I don't know that the defense can hold them to 179 under 200 yards.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, I want to give it a shout out, Rando. Your background, those are some amazing looks.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It is an Amazon coat rack, and then I got like a string holding this together, so it looks professional. It's bootleg as hell. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can roll with
but I think this is my favorite one. My Georgia Moore jersey.
Yeah. Look at that. Okay. You know, here's the thing. Like tonight, Davo, we do our show. You know, you and our fans, and we're fans from Louisville and Shelbyville doing a podcast on a Sunday night because this is how we want to end our weekend. You know, I'm the old guy that get off my freaking lawn. You know. But this is the diversity. This is why I enjoy doing our show. Is we've got a former, again, I've said it, and I keep, you know, at this point, the kids call it glazing. Yes, I glaze Trevard Lindley, but you know, he is who he is. I mean,
a guy.
My God, he's a fucking legend. And I've got Davo, who's my partner in crime doing this show. We're just fans, and then we interact with podcasters and media people who still don't ask Jenna throw the softball questions to the anyways. Honestly, I don't know where I'm going with this, but my point, I think what I'm trying to make is that BBN, we are so passionate about our sports. Obviously, for the record, no offense, Trevard, love you. Basketball school. I don't know if you want to hear that. We're a basketball school.
Not when
What?
he was there. Not when he was there.
No, he would not. No. Oh, when you were there, Billy G was the coach, right?
We had 2 years with Billy.
Oh shit. Okay, we were not a basketball school at that.
Wouldn't Tubby still be there for like a year or two though?
No, him? No, was
Yeah,
who
like-
was your?
I think he was 5.
It was the bad
5 or
Tubby
6.
years, but still.
Yes, bad Tubby. Well, yeah, Tubby was on his 1 foot out, heading to. This is where I will never understand Tubby downgrading to Minnesota. All right, we're digressing here, but anyways,
Before me.
before you.
Sorry.
You all are kids here. I mean, what's the real quick, Jenna? You're 20. Wyatt, how old are you?
21.
Same for me.
Nolan, you 21.
Yep.
Rando, you're what?
I'm also 21.
You little kids.
Yep.
You literally, everyone who just answered are younger than my kids. Good Lord. Get off my lawn.
No, Rando's in his dorm room right now.
That's right. Yes.
Rand-
It's how I
Randall's
live
in-
forever and ever. Amen.
I'm going to give Randall a shout out real quick. Military background, right, brother?
Yes. 13 years and counting.
Give our guy
Thank you for your
some
service.
love here.
Appreciate it. Hey,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
Yes.
Yeah. I got 7 more years in me, and then I'm finding something else to do.
No, and real quick, for anyone who's watching that doesn't know your podcast, give your podcast a shout out right now.
All UK Ball. That's me and Selena, and then we got the Border Rivals on Heavy Pour Sports. That's where I let these dirtbag Tennessee fans who I've known for a very, very long time, and let them on the show, and we chop it up. We're actually going to do a big watch along for the Tennessee game, and I'll just hope for the best and hope that it's not
Let's
just a long
do
day for
that.
me.
I'm going to jump in on that.
Yeah, come on. I got 10 people I can jump on there. I think the State Line Co. folks going to come on there. They'll have some folks. It'll be a good time. And I'm going to have a brand new bottle of bourbon sitting here right here next to me just in case I need to drink it and all of it. So, yeah.
That some bit's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool thing. You
Potential.
do a watch along during the games. I love that.
You're getting full unfiltered emotions. Yeah. I after Cutter Boley's touchdown, I was full WWE, in the camera, like suck it, Texas. We're coming for you. Didn't go. That probably not a good move, but regretted that one.
Well, I'm an AEW guy, Rando. We'll talk later.
I noticed
No.
the theme song
I
on the
did
way
too.
in.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Who's that? Moxley? We'll talk later. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So where we at? Let's talk. We talked Tennessee. I have an agenda. I'm trying to follow it.
This happens every time we're on a podcast.
It does. And
Yeah.
on a Sunday night,
It's normal.
respect your elder here because I'm the elder. I wind my. Yeah, I'm winding down. Let's talk Kentucky. No, I want to talk real quick. Potential coaching. New coach.
Can I start?
Ladies first.
I want Ocho Cinco.
How fucking cool was that him
You know
being
what?
there?
That man looked more passionate and invested in that damn
Holy-
football team more than I've seen from any of the
Oh my
coaches
God.
combined past like 3 years.
So cool.
I think
So
he
cool.
could turn this program around. I think he has the right
So cool.
passion. I think he has the
Wait,
drive.
wait. Ocho for what though? What are you talking about? For what?
Oh, head coach.
Coach, what?
Oh yeah, I want Ocho Cinco as head coach.
OC.
Jenna, for the
OC, you gotta have
record,
him as OC.
you're not legal
DM,
enough
something
to
like that.
drink, so you're really saying Ocho or
No,
Chad
I'm
Johnson.
joking, obviously.
I know.
I think he should be kind of like the team mascot. You know how like Texas has Matthew McConaughey? He should be like Kentucky's Matthew McConaughey. He runs out of the tunnel with them. He be doing the
It was
pep
so cool.
talks at halftime, all the things. He's got some-
Yeah. For him to be there, posting on social
Yes.
media about his experience was genuine. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? Chad. Oh, does he go by Ocho Cinco anymore? No, or is it back?
He still goes by Ocho pretty much.
Okay.
But,
Oh, he still
Yeah.
goes by.
for me, it's like a two-parted thing. Fever Dream, John Gruden. Actually, who I think I want and who I think would come here is obviously Summerall. I think he would do well here for the most part. It's a little risky, but he could get the energy pumped back into the program, in my opinion.
Napier got the pink
no.
slip. No, I'm here. No, I'm saying
Oh, okay.
he got the pink slip. You got several coaches out that are not, that are not that are not employed right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Trevard, I'm gonna start with you. James Franklin. People can say what they say about him at Penn State, and here's it: Penn State's a football school. They give a shit about football. You teeter 500, average. I do the Dr. Evil quotes again. And they showed him the door. But James Franklin, he was on ESPN yesterday, and it was a great take for him to come on and share what he said. That guy he's a really good coach. Is somebody like him, and I'm gonna throw it out to the rest. Why wouldn't Kentucky want to at least talk to a James Franklin? Trevor, go.
Not really sure, but it depends if he wants to come here or not. But I know he was at Vandy. So
SEC,
it couldn't really hurt to see what he had to say or just talk to him.
And he freaking did good stuff with Vandy.
He didn't do bad. I mean, Vandy couldn't really.
It's
still
It was different
Vandy,
for
but
back then than it is now. But he did the best he could as far as what he could do there with Vandy.
I'll ask you: do you want to be 7-5 in a bowl win or bowl game opportunity every single year, or do you want to go for a coach who can actually be 10-2 and get to the playoff? Right? Because while he is a good coach, he's not a great coach, and he's going to have to play Ohio State and Michigan and Oregon type games every single week in the SEC. Right? I think he was 2 in a bunch, against top 10 teams. So I like the interview. I watched him and I go, I could see this dude turning a program around, but him turning a program around like Vandy is getting back to being somewhat relevant. You're kind of scared of, not what Lee's doing at Vandy right now. We're like, hey, this team is like
legit.
Somebody. So
I think he's getting paid. Yeah. Oh, finish. Sorry.
No. Vandy being a private school, I think they have a bunch of NIL money that we don't know about. So I think that's helping him out there too. But also, don't act like Penn State didn't give him an empty or a blank check this year, and he couldn't do much with it. So I wouldn't be super bummed out about the hire. I also would say, like, hey, I don't know that he's really coming in here and competing with the DeBoers and the Heupels and everybody, these top coaches in the SEC.
But at this point, add a James Franklin who has a fucking chip on his shoulder right now.
Well,
I think you still got to get the players to come here.
Say it again, Trev. What?
So you still got to get the players to come here too.
Do you not think the players out there would jump on the opportunity? No. Okay.
I know, as far as Kentucky, you need to usually like recruit the South area to stay competitive with other South teams in the SEC, as far as Georgia and all, Florida and all them.
All right.
So
I want to stay James Franklin here, and then I'll navigate to the next topic. James Franklin to you. Fit? Good fit?
James
yes or no?
Franklin is getting paid like $250 a minute. I just don't see that man going to personally, if I were him, I would just go coach some Pee-wee team and make like $1,000 a year, because then I'm still getting paid. But
sorry.
Yes.
There's a thing in his contract that says he has to get a job.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying though. It doesn't.
Whoa. No, enlighten me. What's that mean? You mean what?
Like he has to get another job in order for him to get his like buyout. Like he can't just retire.
Okay.
Point being, I don't think there's anything, correct me if I'm wrong, there's anything in there that specifies it has to be a certain level of coaching.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I just think
I don't see him downgrading though.
Yeah, I mean, if I were him, if I were him, I'd get some shitty job and just live off my $1 million a day or whatever. But realistically, I just don't see him.
But that's not who he is, Jen.
Yeah.
He wants to coach.
Well, I know. I'm just making a joke. It's not that serious, Kevin. Point being, I just don't see him coming to Kentucky, being able to compete. It's going to be like Mark Stoops 2.0, where it's like he can beat Tennessee Tech by like 100 points, but the second you play an AP, Power 5 team, or like you were saying, playing an Oregon or a Ohio State essentially every week, he's just not going to be able to keep up with it. And I think Kentucky is not a point where, like, obviously they're not accepting the bare minimum or trying to get relevant again. They want way more than that, and I just don't think he'd fit in here with what Kentucky fans are hoping to get out of a new coach.
Just for the record, anytime I do a podcast and someone says my name during the podcast, I'm like, you said my name, Kevin.
You exist. Kevin exists. Kevin's exist.
For the record, anyone who does a podcast, Rando, Wyatt, you guys, get Jenna on. She's A+. That's
open invitation.
That's our girl. That's who she's. I got. I don't know, not ownership, but I want Jenna to always be. This is Round of Shots is her first thing. So.
I was on Jay's podcast this morning.
Were you? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Jay's a good one. He's fam. And of course, we got Trevard, who is the best, my favorite defensive player. Defensive. Now, granted, if you could catch a football, maybe I'd give you might be my favorite.
Shots fired.
What for the record, why were you a defensive guy, not an offensive guy? Is it because the football would just slip between you?
I know I got recruited to play corner. So I did running back and
you did
cornerback in high school.
Okay.
But I didn't want to play receiver.
There's a lot of things you can debate. There's a lot of things you can debate about football. The one thing you can't debate about football is the best athletes on the field are cornerbacks.
Absolutely, yes. Does everyone know who Trevard Lindley is to the program here?
The GOAT.
Yes.
The GOAT.
Dave-O, I know you. Give me your summary on who Trevard Lindley is to this program.
Trevard Lindley was the seatbelt of the defensive backs. Lock them down, tighten them up. You ain't gonna get hurt at all. Whenever he's on the best player. He's gonna pick that shit off, or he's gonna break it up. Man, he didn't just do that at UK. He took it right to the NFL too. He was pretty much. Well, not pretty much. He was the best cover corner since I started watching Kentucky football. Honestly, to God, I don't remember him really ever getting burned on anything down the field, and he locked them down. It didn't matter who they put him on. So
Well said. Well said. Trevard, for you, one of the next Round of Shots shows will be 60 minutes dedicated to your career.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Basically, it would be kind of a roast. For this people, we will give you a shout out, but we will roast you.
Oh,
Comedy Central roast of Trevard Lindley.
that sounds interesting.
Randall, you got history. What Kentucky? What's your Trevard Lindley experience?
I mean, I think we got to get you back on the sideline, man, and get you coaching. I don't want to call out the player, but there's one guy opposite of Nichols that needs some help. So that's what I would appreciate if I don't know what the price tag is, but if you can give a hometown budget we might, because we're going to need it next season, potentially giving out 36 M's. So if
36 M's, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. I mean, that's the having somebody like him on the team where you can legit take half the field away. We saw what that was like, and I think Nichols is the next one. This kid is special, man. He not only can he cover, but he will put a hat on a hat, and he will smack somebody in the run game too. Really like him. But we saw it when Mad Max was here last year and year before that when he's healthy. You have that level of Sunday guy type corner. That the defense is special. Couple that with the D line, and you got something going.
Yeah. Trevard, long story short, as Kentucky fans, I think I speak for the our group here. You forever a badass with the Kentucky lore, the Kentucky program. Again, as a fan, what do the kids say? Glaze. Okay, I'm glazing. So yeah, and I thank you every week for hanging with us on a
Thanks for
Sunday
having
night.
me every week.
Obviously. All right, where we at? Let's talk Kentucky basketball. It is. We're getting. Who giggled? Davo's shaking his hands. We're gonna Kentucky hoops. The blue white. Didn't they do a blue white game? Yeah, the other night.
Yeah, they need to do away with that.
Yeah, because I literally I didn't watch it. I looked at the score, and the score said 35-26.
Well,
the
because they
blue team defeated the white team 35-26.
Well,
I believe that was because. Yeah. Go ahead, Jen.
What?
they set a score. Like they'll say
Yeah.
whoever gets X number first based off of how long it's taking. So it's not like they literally were playing a full game, and that would have been a problem.
All right, and I get
It was
that.
Elam ending esque like TBT.
Yes.
Yeah. Elam at 34, right? Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Trevard, can you sit through a basketball conversation real quick?
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay. All right. Let Lynn, you speak freely, brother. So we got Kentucky basketball. No offense, Trevard. It is a basketball school, and that whole nonsense. What if I had Corey Price on here? He could tell me what Stoops' record is since he challenged Calipari's, who is forever our coach, fucking forever our coach, challenged Calipari's take that it's a basketball school. His record is what? Somebody? Stoops?
It's not good.
I know
It's not good.
Something
He's won
bad.
13 games
Something
since
bad.
then. So
No.
Dude, the loss.
All right.
And I think 2 SEC games since then.
Yes.
It is. Trevor, real quick,
He definitely stayed in his lane.
when you showed up here in Lexington, you realized it was a basketball school, did you have any issues with that?
Well, when I showed up, in high school, I really didn't watch college basketball, so I had no idea it was a basketball school. So,
Whoa, you didn't watch college basketball?
I did not watch college basketball.
He was too
Really?
locked into the film. He was too locked into his film. He couldn't look away. Watch
He's
some other
Georgia boy
distractions.
now. I mean,
It's just football on. As far as college, it's football on Saturdays.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there, but once you got to Lexington, you did realize what Kentucky was sports wise. That it was basketball. I say that with all
started to
due
figure that out
respect.
when I was here.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you lose sleep at night over it?
No. But
Okay.
usually you have somewhat little beef with the football and basketball players back then. So
Did you?
yeah.
And you
Oh, it
back in
wasn't
the
bad.
day were probably imposing where, for the record, I would take a football player over a basketball player anytime.
I mean, it was 100 football players on the team. It was only like 15 on the basketball team, so it wasn't
Okay.
really.
Just saying.
Yeah. But it was all in good fun though.
So again, we're basketball wise, we had the blue white game right this past week, which was okay. I get it. There was a score, but is it time now, Davo, because of where we are with just the whole sports thing? We are playing Purdue in an exhibition game. By AP, what is it? Purdue is a pretty.
One.
Yeah,
Purdue's
I mean,
number-
it's
Number one.
yeah, number one.
Mhm.
Is it time? I mean, this is exhibition games is kind of should be taken seriously, right, Davo?
yeah, there's a time now where we're coming into where it sounds like the NCAA is going to start allowing these more high-profile exhibition games. And from what I understand, I think this is more like a trial run this year, and to see how it goes. And here we go, 9-16. The Dogs are going to go wild. I'm sorry, 3 of them can't stop them. I think that the NCAA is going to start allowing this now to start happening, and so we need to put more focus into that, right? Yeah, it's not going to go towards the record or whatever, but A, it's going to really make the fans get super excited again for basketball, especially us. And then B, it's going to really help the team too, which is super cool to see them play against that high caliber talent. So I do think it is time to do away with something like the blue-white game because it is just a really glorified, pretty much scripted scrimmage. And then unfortunately, you've seen what can happen. So we need to think about that and just really look forward to the exhibition season.
What I'm just for the record, I'm not saying that we need to get rid of the blue-white game. That's important to BBN. But my point is that we get to play exhibition games where we got Purdue, we got Georgetown, games that honestly, guys and gal, that from a college basketball perspective,
Go Cats.
is a cool thing before the season starts. So. Give me
But you
Jen, I'll start with. Let me go finish your thought. Go ahead, Dave.
I mean, you got Big Blue Madness, which is basically the same thing with just introductions. So I mean, just be happy with Big Blue Madness and look forward to these high profile exhibition games. So.
Okay, Jenna. Speak
I
up.
mean, if people keep going to it, I don't see why you stop it. That's my kind of thing. If no one's pulling up, then y'all don't do it. But if people want to go, then again, Jalen Lowe getting injured.
We got to keep that. That's a good point.
Specifically with this year, I mean, Kentucky's non-conference schedule is the hardest I've ever seen in the history of anything.
It's from a fan perspective, their non-conference schedule.
To say it's a gauntlet,
must-see TV. Yes, go ahead.
To say it's a gauntlet is such a severe understatement. I don't think there's a word to describe how challenging it is, which always is good, right? I mean, what every coach on every sport always is the only way you can get better is getting those real game reps. So the harder teams play, the better you're going to get. But I do think exhibition games are important, but I also don't think if we lose that, people need to freak out because the point of exhibition games, messing with the lineup, seeing what works, seeing what plays work, it's about practice. So I'm all for it. The blue and white game, if people are going, like, why not? It gives more opportunity, especially with them doing it at Memorial. It gives people the opportunity to see where the women play, which can give them more hype and stuff if they say, oh, they played a really nice, the new Memorial now, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Did Randall leave us?
He did.
He'll put his baby down.
Yeah.
Okay. Wyatt, sorry, basketball. It's the season. It's here. Talk.
Yeah. First of all, back to that conversation. I do like you're getting a little bit of that at Madness anyway with the scrimmage, and so I think that should be it, especially after you lose your point guard like that, and he goes down, and it's not a good look, and it you could see the concern in everybody's eye, like that whole place went south, and
I know Mark
when that happened.
I know
but
Pope
it technically is a glorified practice.
Yeah, but it's just different when there's like that many people watching you. Like there's another level of pressure to like be perfect, all that stuff, and to really put your body out there, I guess, is the other thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also we get pro day too for the scouts, so it's like you're getting triple of.
Wait a minute. So why are you saying you're not for the exhibition games or what?
Yeah, I think after the injury, I think that's where I stand, because you're just risking extra going hard, and it's also you're trying to put on a show in front of fans a little bit too hard.
Okay. So this this exhibition game, for the record, is here in Lexington. Am I getting it right? Make sure.
Yep. It's at Rupp.
It's at Rupp this Friday, the 24th. Purdue for every. I probably said this. Already mentioned this. Every preseason number one. I don't have an issue with exhibition games. Now, do you play your cards if you're Pope? That is your. Are you playing your all the players like it's a big freaking deal? No.
I don't know, because St. John's had like 4 of their top guys out in their exhibition, so it kind of makes you think.
Right. So my point is that yes. So it's.
I think that injury really changes his tone on that.
That's a good point.
See if
that's a good point.
What he does, but
that's a good point.
I would be shocked if we even see Oteka.
I think you play who you need to play.
Davo? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would say the players that you're still evaluating, you probably play them a little more than players you already know who can already play.
Trevard, for the record, could you have grabbed a round ball? And do you have round ball game?
I did in high school, yes.
Really? Okay. All right. Okay.
But now, since I'm a little older, I don't want to go out there.
Well, no, we're not talking about our age at the moment. I'm not saying that. But back in the day, you
a little skill back in the day.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Justin Rowland, I don't know if you've seen it, dropped a bomb.
Whoa,
so
give us the news. What?
I mean, it's behind a paywall, so I don't.
I know what it is. I don't know if I should say it or not, though.
No. For the record, you cannot come on my podcast. No, hold on.
Hang on, I'm getting yelled at.
Hold on. You cannot come on my podcast and tease a Justin Rowland comment and not say it.
You may tell you
if you're on here, say it.
All right.
Please
so I did refer to it earlier. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not going to go word for it. I'm just going
And
to basically.
Justin Rowland, I'm cool with Justin. He's on the show regularly, but go ahead.
Okay, if he's good with it, then I will do it. But either way, he said basically that conversations are about to begin on Kentucky moving on from Mark Stoops.
Oh wow!
And that it was majority on Stoops' end as well.
Well, here's the thing, Trevard, as a player, you're coaching high school. Stoops, I'll speak for me. If I'm in Stoops' position, I've got an ego, and and the truth is, social media is real. He's on social media. He puts himself on social media. BBN will make their comments at Stoops, whatever. He knows what the fan base is feeling right now. Ego-wise, I've got to consider, moving on, because the feeling is they don't freaking want me here. So
I feel like that's a lot of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Yes, he's the all-time winningest coach for us. He's done some great things for the program. But the truth is that if as a fan base, if we want to, and this is me, give me a quality bowl game. I don't need to contend for the college football playoffs. I love it. I'd love to be. And here's the thing. I live in Louisville. I have friends who are Louisville. I mean, they potentially are going to be in the playoffs this year. Indiana is going to be in the playoffs. You got the triangle: IU, Louisville, Kentucky,
Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
and Vanderbilt too.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got programs who are just like, props to them. They're winning. They're doing their thing.
We live in an age right now too, and to what David was just saying, Vanderbilt can win 9 games. They can go 9-3, and they'll be in the playoff because of who they've beaten and how they've beaten them.
Yes.
You can't convince me. It's such, and I've gone, Wyatt, I've gone down this rabbit hole a lot over the years. You cannot tell me anymore that I'm not saying we win a national championship, but it's impossible to win anything at Kentucky. That you can't be competitive for the playoff at Kentucky. I can't. I won't listen to it.
And
Indiana is ranked number 2 in the country right now.
Exactly.
Well,
Kurt Signetti went to Oregon and beat Oregon at home for the first time in like 3 years, or however long it was. Kentucky can at least average 8 wins a year.
They should. They should. Yes. Get me a bowl game. Get me into make me competitive.
And I will say that we should credit Stoops for that too. He did create that.
He did.
That way of thinking. We do need to credit him for that. So he's made this to the point where the next guy in this job is actually going to have higher expectations probably from the fan base and from the program than when Stoops took it. Because when Stoops took it, we were all good with the 2, 5, and 7 years. It was like, well, we're on the right track. Well, we were competitive against Mississippi State, who was number 1.
I don't want to shit on Stoops' success, but let's be honest.
No,
the run he had where he was, the 10-win season. You can argue. This is me talking. The SEC, Florida was down. Tennessee was down. You had teams, the school program. Our football program is not to the point where we can beat schools that are having their usual success. It's just who we are. Go ahead, Jen.
I'm going to self-promo, but I wrote an article that was the ghost of Mark Stoops' past, and that essentially he set a standard that he just can't live up to. And that's not to discredit anything he has already done, but it's the Cal situation, right? People know what you can do, and if you cannot do that anymore,
Yep.
you know, that's the culture you're creating. It's great you did it, but if you can't win the way you have been, then you can't stay. And the thing is I hope it is Mark Stoops' decision, because I think the longer he stays, the more he's tarnishing his reputation. And he should be remembered for how he changed Kentucky football. He should not be remembered for how he brought them up and then brought them back down. So I hope it does end up being some sort of mutual thing where, you know, I don't know if he would go somewhere else or would just retire. I don't really know who would want him, but
Doesn't matter.
No, but just somewhere where there's some sort of mutual agreement where Kentucky fans can get this, not the satisfaction, but just know that like Mark Stoops realized he couldn't live up to the standard anymore.
You know, I know that the whole talking point when it comes to Kentucky football is John Summerall is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Summerall, Davo, I mean, there are lots of coaches out there that could slide into this program. Young, hotshot, that just get it.
In the SEC, and they just want to coach in the SEC.
Well,
exactly. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, we have to remember who our AD is, right? Our AD is a king. Our AD is a king. Got to bring them out of left field, right? Nobody knew Mark Stoops was coming, and then we're all of a sudden like, "Oh shit, we got a Stoops, right?" And then we seen what he did, right? Once again, like you said, Ken, we can't shit on his legacy because he has done stuff here in Kentucky that I've never seen before personally. I mean, Rich Brooks had some great years, right? But he has done some really insanely good stuff at UK. And so whenever it comes to who a possible successor could be, we're going to throw the names out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to be like John Gruden, friggin'
Will
James
Stein.
Will Stein. But who knows? Mitch Barnhart can bring in a Tom, Dick, or Harry from down the street, and then that's just who we're going to get, right? And
I kind of like the idea, Davo. I kind of like the idea of a former U of L guy.
That would be fantastic.
It'd be kind of cool. It's
almost like poetic, like, hey, them son of a bitches, you guys lured, Vince Morrow away. So guess what? Watch this. So I don't know. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic whenever it comes to a coaching search, but I'm also not going to be surprised if it's some Joe Blow from Missouri State or something like that. I don't.
Don't forget how we reacted when Pope got hired too. I'm eating a lot of crow right now.
That's right.
Well,
that Thursday night.
Everybody is.
I will say I'm not advocating for the hire, but I'm willing to bet you that there's a note card with a list of names. I'm going to bet Dan Mullen's name is on one of those.
100%. 100%.
There's no way he's not.
Mullen,
people really hate that idea, but I think there's a world where it happens.
Yeah. He's a QB whisperer, and look who we got at QB right now. So
that's a good point. Trevard, you're located where in Taste Creek? You're coaching Lexington.
Yeah.
So can we get a Joe Blow out of Lexington High School to?
I wouldn't call Trevard a Joe Blow, but
I you know what? I didn't say that. You said that.
Well, Trevard, personally, I would never put you in the Joe Blow category. But I mean, I would love to have somebody like Trevard or, just the really successful players at their position to come back. People who gave it all for UK and bled for that team. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, at the end of the day. So I would love to see it one day if it ever arrives.
Trevard? Look, all he can do is smile.
I'm not sure about coaching some college kids who probably gonna end up making more than I am. So
no, hell no. You'd be like, who I am? I am
the
CB royalty.
If you're coaching at UK, Trevard, you would be making more than them. Maybe barely, but you would.
Probably barely. Depends on who they are. But
you go in there and ask for $1 million right off the top.
We can start a petition. We should start a petition.
No, as far as I got. All right, fun show. We're winding down, hour and a half. Let's go to final shots. Let's go to the stash. Wyatt, I still got it.
We still gotta name it.
We're going to name it before. Final shot. This is where you get to just espouse anything. Get something off your chest. Sports, non-sports, if you like to, whatever. Speak up. Go.
I think obviously the tone around football is negative. Basketball has an exhibition against Purdue. Probably will be no low, obviously. I'd go ahead and say likely would set Ortega. But it's basketball time. We got a top 10 team. Let's rally around them. It's time to go, baby.
It is basketball season. Oh my God. This team. Why are Nolan?
And I will say they have been so fun to cover already.
Oh, absolutely.
Already. And I think Mo D will be a fan favorite.
You know, we didn't
attitude is amazing.
We didn't really get into the hoops part of the show, and
that's like my bread and butter.
It is, but you know,
we will next Sunday.
The narrative with Kentucky hoops is that Nolan, you know, for $22 million, you know, you can kind of get the pickings, and the expectation with with the hoops team. You spend $22 million. If that's truly the NIL budget for this team, the expectation is pretty high. That's not your final shot. Say it again. No.
Natty or bust.
Lift.
Final four or bust, but
exactly. Nolan, give us your final shot, sir.
First of all, rise up, go Falcons. Not looking great right now, but I guess a little bit of both basketball and football here. Football, first of all, we should thank Mark Stoops for what he's done. If it ends this year, let's thank him and let's be peaceful about it. Let's not just crap all over his legacy. And you know, best of luck to whoever's next in the job. We're obviously rooting for him, but again, we can win. Basketball, I mean, I'm looking forward to this team. This is the most excited I've been for a team in a long time, probably since I would go back to Tyler Hero and Keldon Johnson going into that year with expectations. And I couldn't believe Wyatt. I mean, you might agree with me on this. I couldn't believe how tall and athletic this team is at the scrimmage. They're huge. This is a giant team.
Massive. Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 7-footers on the roster. Colin Chandler's like 6'6". I mean, and he's a guard. So guys like that. And I'm looking forward to this. And I didn't get to chip in on the blue-white thing earlier. I'm not opposed to whatever they do with that. Had there been an ACL injury and someone was out for the year, yeah, you scrap it. You never do it again, right? So
yeah.
But you know, keep rooting for the football team. Don't stop on them now. And hopefully we can beat Tennessee.
Yep.
Don't root for them just because you don't want them to be a coach. And thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Oh, appreciate you, Nolan. Wyatt.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Liv, give me your final shot.
My final shot is addressing the elephant in the room. I have been sat next to a Green Bay Packer on this screen for the whole entire day.
You're a Bears fan, aren't you? I can take a Bears fan.
I'll show you who I'm with. Wait. You see who's right there?
We're going Lions.
That's hilarious.
Jared Goff, okay?
Oh,
Green Bay sucks. I will say. No.
I've been little brothered the whole time.
I cannot believe I've been sat next to this, God forbid, awful yellow color next to me. It's just so horrendous. Like, I just don't like it at all. Shout out Atlanta Falcons, absolute legend, Bijan Robinson, literally the nicest guy I've ever met in my life. But Green Bay is absolutely trash. That's my final.
Hey, Wyatt, 2017 NFC title game. What happened, man? What happened? Don't talk about the Super Bowl. Just talk about that game. We know what happened.
You know what? This is where shit happens. Please, I send it in the private chat.
I do love Matthew Golden, Texas legend Matthew Golden. I love him. I love when he does good. I hope everyone else is absolutely dog shit.
I would say, Nolan, the Falcons game does haunt me, but one that's haunted me.
Haunt you. We whooped your ass that day.
No, it's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady when he was with
Tom
the
Brady.
Buccaneers. I believe so much we were
Yeah.
going to the Super Bowl. Brady just sucked it right out.
You know what he did to
And
me? I
that
mean,
was-
you know, he's
oh.
not. He takes you. He rips
I
your
think
heart out. He rips your
that-
heart
that-
out. And
that's
throws
one-
it in the
that's one of the
trash
more-
and sets it on fire.
That's one of the more painful losses I've ever experienced as a Packer
All right,
fan.
I'll quit interrupting.
You realize if you're anti Tom Brady, he played for the fucking Ears. Just saying.
True. I said that a lot, by the way, when he was over there.
And Davo, his colorful language. Davo, for the record, you did good tonight. We try to keep this. I tell people we can speak freely on the show, but at the same time, too, some kids are watching, and you did good tonight, Davo.
Shout out
should've
to the
done
chat, by
worse.
the way.
You could've
Appreciate
done
that.
worse.
The bloodbath.
Honestly, Davo, I expected worse from you.
Yeah.
I know.
I
Davo-
told myself I would do better. I'm sorry.
Look
Tennessee's
at-
coming up, so you never know what might fly. So
Well, you know what? As you say the Tennessee, real quick, as your final shot, look at Wyatt's hoodie and then speak your final shot. The color of his hoodie.
that right there, I had to highlight it. I'm gonna do it all the time. It's just gonna stay up there. He needs to go. Thank you, thank you for changing the program around. But it's time to leave. Adios.
Bars.
See ya. Goodbye.
Bars.
But my final shot, I'm gonna throw them out there all the time. My Atherton football Ravens, Atherton High School. We have just had our 5th shutout in 7 games. We just won our last game 49-0. We are allowing 4.6 points a game in 5A this year. And we are looking forward to hosting a few playoff games and making our way to Kroger Field and hopefully competing for that 5A state championship for the first time in school history. We are the best defense in 5A, giving up 40 points all year.
Yes.
So super stoked about that. So
I was going to say, those
Davo-
seats are probably going to be more full for the championship than it will be for the remainder of the Kentucky season. So
looking forward to it.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Davo, for the record, my oldest daughter went to Atherton, and she was a singer and choir, chorus, whatever. And so she was like, she can't necessarily relate to Atherton sports, which it was bad during back in the day, but she would sing you a tune.
My 4 years there, the most we ever dressed out was 17. We was in 6A for some ungodforsaken reason.
I've heard
we
the
played,
stories.
Yeah, we played St. X, Trinity, Male, Manual, Ballard, you name it. We got our ass kicked. We won 3 games in 4 years. So to see what they're doing is absolutely remarkable. I am living through these kids, and it's super awesome. And I get to be their DJ on the field every game, and it's just really cool. So. Fly, Ravens, fly. That's the only time you ever hear me say that for Atherton High School.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Here in
Good
the
luck,
bill. Trevard, final shot, my brother.
Final shot. So at Takes Creek, this is gonna be our senior night on Friday. So far as the regular season, gonna be the seniors' last time playing that field. So we've got Henry Clay. If you're in Lexington, come by, watch the game.
It's a winnable game for you guys.
It is.
Very winnable, yeah. We should kill them.
Let's do it.
Do it.
See how this goes.
All right, good stuff. Kentucky, we got Tennessee next weekend. We've got Purdue hoops Friday night. It's a freaking we do round of shots next Sunday. We'll have some great talking points. Much love to Nolan and Wyatt for hanging with us, the new kids. Appreciate you. Do we have, you know what? I'm going to put this on Jenna, Jenna, you get to call it. Give us the name of Wyatt's stash.
Oh,
And
bruh.
No, I'm putting you on the spot. What are you calling it? Give us.
I'm calling that mustache Jared Goff.
No.
You gotta shave it now, bro.
There is coming. There is coming.
I'll keep it alive on the Breaking
I
Blue.
just- I really-
OMG.
Speaking to me, speaking to me from deep down.
Hey,
Yeah.
we will end it on this just for Jenna because she asked for it. Fuck all things orange. Cats by 90. Let's go.
Dave-O, real quick, we got to start another Spaces for a round of shots.
Well, we need some really good news to have a really good space.
That too, but present company here. Reach these kids. These are the kids. Dave-O, you take that part of round of shots. You make it happen. I'll produce it. I don't need to talk, but you let the kids talk. I mean, well, this is where we can.
I mean, between all of us, we have a good following, right? So if we all get together and really press out the spaces, we could have a really good one. I mean, at one point we had like 1,500 people on whenever we did one. So if we all just really promote it and put it out there, we can have a really, really good one. So we'll put it out there.
Dave-O, I trust you. You do that part. I, as the old man of the show, just let me go to sleep by 10 o'clock. So
yeah, sounds good.
All right. Again, Wyatt, Nolan, thanks for hanging.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Real quick shout out. Your podcast is what?
Breaking Blue podcast. Go follow that at Breaking Blue Pod on X, Twitter, and subscribe to it on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast.
And Nolan, Wyatt, who is your go-to female sports reporter?
Wyatt, go ahead. She named your mustache.
Jenna.
Take care of our girl.
Next weekend, mustache is no longer going to be on his face. Just you watch.
Probably. Tomorrow.
Whoa.
We record tomorrow.
Okay. All right. You all
8 o'clock
talk.
tomorrow.
Trevard, my fave, my man. Appreciate you.
Hey, but before we go,
go.
Who won week 1 between Packers and Lions?
True. Good
Who
point.
did?
Week
1. You're talking about week
Yeah.
1. What week are we in right now?
7.
7?
7.
Exactly.
I was trying not to say the number that comes before 7. I didn't want to get that clip.
No, stop.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
We are concluding round of shots here on this Sunday night. Appreciate my round table. The new kids were here. Dave, I am the old guy, and we get to bring on people who do their own thing. They have their own kind of vibe on social media. So I'm all good with it. Atherton has Wayne Burner Turner over there.
Nope.
What's
Nope.
that mean? No?
What? Wayne Turner? No, he resigned. We got a new women's coach this year.
Okay. Well, for the record, I got Wayne Turner lined up in the very near future to talk.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna have.
He won't be able to talk much Atherton girls basketball, but bring him on anyways.
Yeah, because he'll be on for Kentucky hoops. All right, good stuff tonight. Appreciate everyone in the chat, my panel, my friends, the new guys, the stash, everybody. Trevard, again, my fave. Lynn, Liff. My girl.
Jared. Don't forget to say Jared.
Jared. All right.
Wow.
We're signing out tonight. Peace out. Everyone have a good week. We will be back